Slaptail Squad, assemble.
Damn, that's rocking.
God damn it! No, just kidding. If you're listening to this, you are a member of the great Slaptail Nation, my nation. And who am I? I'm the Beeve Man, master of the universe, creator of all things great and small, and Lord High Commander of the great Slaptail Nation Army. And with me today, live in the Beaver Den, is my number two when my number two's not here, the Swan. Say hello, Swan.
Hello, Swan.
Nicely done. Nice job.
Thank you.
Also with us today, funny man, comedian, don't call me Michael, Mike Cotayo.
Hi.
Nice job
Hi,
waving.
everybody.
No, again, it's an audio
you.
medium. They can't
He's
see
at least
you.
saying hi while he's waving.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi.
That's an improvement.
Okay, all right, stop it.
He's being rude. Hi.
Also with us here today, digitally, virtually. Here in the Beaver Den virtual community is Davison Sarai. She's hanging out with us today as a friend of the Slaptail Squad, to be determined if she actually wants to be friends with us or not.
It's your honor to have me.
Yeah, exactly. There you
Our
go.
honor. Love it.
Mike, what's going on in your background over there?
He's got child play.
Nothing.
Who's talking back there?
What?
Who's talking back there?
It's his.
Oh, my wife.
It's your wife.
Yes. Can you
Tell her
hear
to shut up.
Can you tell her? Can you tell her to? Can you tell her to pipe down?
Yeah.
Can you be the man of the house for once?
No. No. She wears
You-
the pants.
Can you?
He
Can
wears
you?
the pants. Somebody just helps him put him on.
Hi-yo.
Oh. What now? What kind of noise are you making?
He's
over
gonna
there?
make all
what's
sorts
going
of-
on?
we're
over there?
just
Are you
gonna
just
call him
trying to
Ron.
make me? Are you trying to make me have editing issues? Is that your deal?
He's just trying to make you
Yes,
angry.
that-
He's just trying to fire you up.
Are you prepared now?
He's ready.
Always.
All right, he's always prepared. Let's start with you, Mike, our good friend, Mike Cotayo. He's from Jersey, New York. Forget about it. No, nothing. No.
I
Yeah,
feel like he
Nothing,
controls
no.
that accent, though.
Yeah,
He,
we
like-
heard you do some stand up, and it started to come out.
Yeah.
Can
the
you just turn
accent.
that? Can you turn that off and on?
No, but when I get on stage, it's usually like heightened.
Really?
Because I'm excited. I'm talking, so
Oh, he's talking.
Like,
Oh, I
from
like-
I'm
Jersey.
talking.
Okay.
It's not Jersey. My accent's. I'm from New York, so it's not Jersey. It's New York.
Oh, you're from New York.
Yeah, I grew up in Staten Island. I've lived in every single borough of the city.
My condolences.
That's what we said.
For what? Being from New York or just growing up in Staten Island?
Yeah.
So
All of the
speaking of
above.
smells, you know all about smells growing up in Staten Island, right, Mike?
Yes. The dump, everything.
Have you ever noticed that smells trigger memory? Come on.
She's
come on.
gotten on.
We dare you.
Yeah, let's see what happens when you tell
Oh,
her
boy.
to.
Oh.
Uh-oh. What is he doing over there? You just want me to. You want me to edit.
We'll
this
give
thing.
him. We'll give him a little bye. He's only got one arm.
Well, that's. Oh, he muted.
Oh, he
himself.
muted himself. Good job, buddy.
Well, now I
Now
can't
he's
talk to him
gonna
about
forget
smell.
to
Okay,
turn
do
it
you know
off.
why smell triggers memories?
He's going to tell her to shut up.
I thought that was his ass there. You know how? Do you ever see that? Like, I'm one of those people that immediately sees something and assumes that it's something naughty. I saw his ankle in his chair, and I think his chair was like beige, and it was like his ankle or his calf right next to it, and I immediately thought he had his ass showing.
Nice.
That happens to me all the time. Does
That
that
sounds like a subliminal expectation based on a lot of media consumption.
It does. If I see, I saw one the other day that it was somebody giving blood, but I saw like the crease in their arm, like this, and I immediately thought that's what that was. I was like, oh, that's cleavage. I'm like, no, it's an arm. Somebody's giving blood.
No, these are clear symbols of somebody who's got a pornography addiction.
You nailed it. Nailed it. He will openly admit it.
I don't think I have an
Not an-
addiction. I'm a connoisseur. I am what is known as a cinemaphile of high quality media.
Are we stressing the cinna or are we stressing the file?
I don't know. It's not important. Don't analyze me. It take all day.
You're
Anyway, well, I really want Mike to come back. I hope he's really not telling his wife to be quiet.
I have another. Weren't you like talking about carrots or something? Then you're like, it looks like 2 legs. Like I feel like you had something that was like 2 carrots sitting there. You're like, it looks like legs.
Yeah, I think that I'm fine though. I think I'm fine.
Oh.
Anyway, so if you see something, obviously it can trigger a memory. If you hear something, it can trigger a memory. But why does smell trigger a memory? He's back. I thought that he got mad at me and he left.
He did. I mean, now he's blurry, but it's okay.
Okay.
There we go. There you go. There you go.
Like, are you back?
I mean, I know there's a real answer to that question, but I don't have it. I don't know that answer.
Mike's back. Mike is a man of science. Let's ask Mike.
Ask me what?
Mike, why is it that if you smell something, it triggers memory?
Because your sense of smell is it's located up here. The sense travels to the brain. It clicks a part of the brain and it triggers something. It goes back to our caveman days.
Yeah.
I'm totally bullshitting at this point.
No, you're really not, because smell is different. Smells different than sight and touch. So what you're talking about is that when we smell something, it has a direct path to our olfactory bulb, which goes directly to, instead of seeing something where it goes here and then it goes there and then it goes there, the olfactory bulb is right, it was where it goes, and that's right next to, what is it, the thalamus or the amygdala or whatever, and that is a more direct route as opposed to sight and touch and taste. That has
I
to go.
believe it's the hypothalamus.
We're going to say you're right.
All right.
We're probably wrong, but you're...
From an evolutionary standpoint, it makes sense that scent would be one of your strongest memories, because back in the day, if you ate something that had like dookie in it and you got really, really sick or you killed your family, you don't want to eat more dookie.
Who hasn't eaten dookie before? Come on.
Your friend up here's got a porn addiction. He probably watches a lot of dookie eating, but
I draw the line at dookie, blood, and what's the good? And when people dress like rabbits in cages, what's that about?
Cosplay?
No, not cosplay. We're there. I don't want to get into it. It's really disturbing. I don't know how that popped up on any of my feeds, but I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
But did you keep watching it?
I absolutely did not.
Buddy. That's how the algorithm works.
I absolutely did not. Yeah, well, speaking of the algorithm, go ahead, Mike.
I was writing a joke on inspirational porn, which is, you okay, Beep?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Inspirational porn is like when able-bodied people think disabled people are so inspirational, they call that inspirational porn. Yeah. But just for shits and giggles, I put inspirational porn into Pornhub just to see what would pop up. Nothing good.
Nothing good popped up?
Nothing good. It was a guy in a wheelchair getting fucked.
Okay.
Voluntarily?
Why didn't he get out of the wheelchair?
Maybe he couldn't.
Okay.
Maybe he wasn't acting.
I have questions about the wheelchair sex. When you say the guy in the wheelchair was getting fucked, do you mean that space between the backrest and the seat, he was getting fucked? Or do you mean he was doing the fucking somebody on top of him? I hope my children listen to this. I hope my son listens to this. Yeah, that too.
Oh, I like the way you think. I love a good face fucking.
Same.
That's a soundbite. Can you say that again, Mike?
I heard you clear as day. He said he likes a good face fucking.
I love a good face fucking.
Oh
no, I love a good face fucking.
Capital
Life
L.
is too. Life is too non-committal. I love a good face fucking.
Oh, I love you, Mike.
So was the wheelchair inspirational guy getting fucked in the face or in the ass?
Yeah, you still haven't answered the question.
He was getting both. He was taking it double duty.
Okay, there we go. Okay, now I gotcha. Okay, but in the space between the seat and the backrest?
Well, that's how you do it.
I don't know these things.
Through the bottom, like
That's my next question. Was the person standing or kneeling behind the chair or laying under it? Like,
If they were laying under it, that's super impressive because that's a really long.
That would need to be a super long penis.
That's exactly what I'm saying. That would be impressive if that was the case. Plus underneath the wheelchair, it has those crisscross bars, so you can't really get underneath that.
Well, maybe he was like in between the crisscross bars.
Hey, there's no room there, Swan. It would have
it's
to
a
be
movie. It's a movie.
It would
They could
have
have
to
rigged
be.
up the chair. It's not a real chair.
Was this a bariatric wheelchair? Because those are really big. Then you would have space underneath the crossbars.
I think you're analyzing this too much.
These are important details.
You're gonna Google it later, aren't you? You're gonna look it up.
You should Google it.
Though there is I was listening, this was years ago, I'm sure that it's probably still circulating on Sirius XM, but I was listening to one of the comedy channels, and one of the comics on there, she was talking about porn, and she was saying that something like her boyfriend was really into reluctant porn. And she's like, what is reluctant porn? And he's he's like, it's a thing. And she's like, okay. So she Googled reluctant porn, and she's like, basically it's this. The guy asked the girl, do you want to fuck? And she's like, no. And then she does.
After some convincing.
That's also called rape.
No, she says no, but then she's like, okay, that's
like
reluctant
marriage.
porn. Yeah, for me, I still say no.
Hi-yo.
I still say no. All right, we got sidetracked about the porn, Mike. Why do you always have porn on the brain?
I don't.
I know it's me, sorry.
Whoops.
It's me. Speaking of smells and that particular thing, I have some happy smell memories that I would like to share, but I'd also like to share some disgusting smell memories.
Okay.
Here's a happy smell memory.
Wait, can I pause you?
You can.
Can you share the memory without telling us if it's happy or gross, and then we can tell you if we think it's the happy or gross one?
Sure. Yeah, I'll do
That's a
even
good idea.
better.
Yeah.
Not only can you tell me that, you can tell me where you think it comes from.
Hey, okay, now we're talking.
All right, here we go. Here's my first one. Aussie hairspray. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I do
Mike
remember
Mike
that.
did
Happy.
because he's as old as me.
Happy.
It's a happy smell, and it's like all the girls in your high school class with their big bangs from back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Or, I agree with that, unless you had an unfortunate like perm situation, and then your mom made you get a bad haircut and then made you wear hairspray.
I think he
Is that
wore
from
the
personal
Aussie
experience?
hairspray.
My dad pulled that shit. It's a
You
sad
think
story.
I wore the Aussie?
Yeah,
Yes.
maybe.
No.
It smells like
Probably not. It's probably a good memory.
I don't like
It smells
that smell.
pretty good.
No, I don't like it. I think it smells like grape cough syrup.
It smells. No, Swan, you're right. Because I was going to say, if I had to describe how a color smells, it smells purple to me. But it comes in a purple bottle. Aussie hairspray came in a purple bottle. But the memory is from my high school girlfriend, and she wore Aussie hairspray, and she made her hair really tall with that Aussie hairspray. You are correct, Swan. Nice job. But it is a happy memory. And I never hear and I never see or smell Aussie hairspray, but that is one of the ones that always triggers for me.
So what I just heard was you might want to occasionally show up at home with big bangs, and he'll run for the bedroom.
An Aussie hairspray. It would probably make me throw up though. It smells like grape. Like I'm not a fan.
So in other words, she's not willing to do shit.
Exactly.
You're selfish.
It's true. Who isn't? Okay.
Does anybody else have a one they want to share real quick? I don't want to go through my whole list.
Oh gosh.
You got one, Mike? You got a smell?
Nope.
No, you don't got a smell for me?
You have like
You
8
love
million
smells. You said you love
I
smells.
do love smells. I get off on smells.
Okay, that's why we're
Okay,
doing
so
this for you.
describe.
Brother. We're doing this for you, brother.
They turn me on. Like sweaty.
He likes the smell of a
Like,
dirty
kinda-
chode.
Can you-
Yeah.
can you
Well,
let Mike
no. Like
Musk.
I like when I like dirty, sweaty smells kind of turn me on. Like I get extra like
Does it matter like who it is? Does it matter? Are you like
No.
gender or sex preference? Or is
No.
it just
no. Male, female, it doesn't
Just give it to
matter.
me.
Like yeah. So a little history about me. I'm married to a woman, but I mostly dated and had sex with men before. So like my love of smells started with man smells. Like going to jujitsu gyms was awesome.
Like a dirty gym bag.
It was like,
I think this is called a rationalization. I'm not sure you actually enjoy it. I think you
Oh
like
my
men
God,
so much
no,
that you told yourself you enjoyed this funky ball smell.
no, I did enjoy. I enjoy the smell now. Like vagina smells awesome.
I think so too. I mean, it depends on how. I mean, I don't want a funky vagina smell. Swan has a very nice vagina smell.
Thanks for the compliment.
You do.
Thank you.
Unless she's been working out really hard, then I make her go take a shower.
What are the distinctions between a funky and a non-funky vagina odor? What are the notes?
Oh boy, I can't even tell you.
Asparagus?
No.
No, dirty, like stinky. Yeah, I mean,
Well, here's the thing: is the Swan and I have seen a lot of vaginas and penises in our line of work, and I've seen a lot of ones that have had that are not feeling well at the time, kind of like a vaginal cough or cold.
How's your vagina feeling? Not well.
my
Not
vagina's not well.
My vagina's not doing so hot. Yeah, so
My vagina feels sad.
yeah, we've seen a lot of foaming and dripping and things like that in our day.
Frothiness.
Frothy,
Yeah.
bubbling,
Yeah.
frothiness. Yeah.
Ooh, yummy.
No, you wouldn't like.
You
that,
would
Mike.
not like that.
You would
I'm pretty
not
sure it
like
would
that.
make you barf.
I mean, it sounds smelly. Maybe he would like it.
He might. If he likes that, we need to get that nose checked.
Yeah. Well, at least we know that his nose works. That's
Right.
the important
True.
thing.
You know what I think it is? I can't smell smells until they're up close. So
That's a good excuse. He's like, sorry, I can't smell those balls. Let me get real close.
Hey, that's a pickup line. You're like, I like the smell.
I love my balls tickled, like and the taint, right? But I don't know why I shared that.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you very much. Funny man, don't call me Michael. Mike Cotayo, everyone. Thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Good job. Thanks for sharing.
You're welcome.
I got to ask the follow-up. Do you smell your fingers after you scratch your crotch or you're like,
Oh, everybody does that.
you do a little check?
Yeah,
Who doesn't do that?
Yeah.
I do that.
totally.
I
Swan,
mean,
you
Even
do that?
after I wipe
mean-
my ass, like I want to know if I need to wash my hands.
no.
always need to wash your hands.
I think this is a men thing. This isn't an everybody thing. I think it's mostly a men thing. For Swan, you do that shit?
I'm
just
not going to
kidding.
smell my
I'm just-
hand after I wipe myself to see if I need to
I'm
wash
just
my
kidding. I do
hands.
that.
But I mean,
I'm just going to wash my
I'm
fucking
still
hands.
good.
exactly, yeah. And I'm going to call someone out who does that walks out of the bathroom that doesn't wash their hands, Michael.
Am I still
You're
invited
fine.
to stay with you guys?
Well, we're gonna make you wash your. They're gonna put a sign up in the bathroom that says, "Michael, wash your hands."
Stop calling me Michael.
He likes
He's
it.
gonna come out like like the preschool
I hate
kids,
it. Oh my God.
like the preschool kids. You know when they come out and the mom immediately sprays their hands with hand sanitizer. We're gonna do that to him and make him rub his hands together. Well, it's
You know what's
it's already his hand.
horrible is because my hand is like this. I can't open my left hand. So it's very hard to wash. So I wash it maybe once or twice a day just because it's hard to open.
Mhm.
So it gets really sweaty and stinky.
Why don't you put a little washcloth in there? Or you're not ready to admit that you should do that.
Like walk around with a washcloth?
Yeah.
I wash it when I shower.
Stuff it in there. Stuff it in your little stink hole so it doesn't get all stinky in there.
Yeah. Is it big enough around for you to fuck? Is it
No, I'm
not
no,
with your hog? Not with your hog though, right?
no, sir.
Probably big enough for mine. I mean, probably big enough for mine, but probably not yours.
I was going to say, given your penchant for odor, you're like putting a little piece of cheese in there, just forgetting about it for a week or
For
two.
later, a little snack.
A little piece of fish.
I love cheese.
Your poor wife. She's like, "Why are you so horny?" No reason. Oh my gosh.
Her number one complaint is whenever. Never mind. I probably
Okay,
shouldn't say this.
no. Now you can't unshare that. You have to share. You open that.
So I get when like it's biological. I don't know what it is, but when she has her period, I get really turned on, and
yeah.
I don't know it's her period.
You are a
So-
caveman, for goodness sake.
I am.
You're a-
It's
You are a savage, my friend. I have such respect for you now.
Thank you.
I remember in middle school they said you had your Red Wings if you were able to do oral sex on somebody during their menses.
Oh, I got my Red Wings. Trust me.
Great.
Very proud of yourself.
That's great.
Moving on to smells again.
This is gross. Please edit all of this
Smells
out.
and all sorts of bodily functions.
Nope, not doing it. This is what our listeners have come to expect. I kind of agree with Mike in some respects, but so I don't like the smell of everybody's sweat, but every once in a while I'll smell a man sweaty, but they'll smell exactly like my grandfather did. And then I remember my grandpa in Mexico, I'm sure he didn't wear deodorant, but he worked all day in the sun selling bread and baking bread. That's what he did all day. He sold bread at the market. They were very poor. And I only saw my grandfather maybe one time that I can actually remember. And I can remember sitting on his lap and the way he smelled. And he did not smell bad. He had this really cool musk smell. Like, if I could duplicate the way my grandfather smelled, I think that men would actually buy that and wear that as like a body ointment or whatever. Because I thought he smelled amazing. And every once in a while, every so many years after taking care of so many patients, I'll smell somebody who just slightly smells like my grandfather and I'll immediately remember him.
Who's a celebrity that I could look at and I would say that guy probably smells like your grandpa?
Maybe Harrison Ford or Tom Selleck.
Tom Selleck. All right, now we're talking.
I mean, I feel like I bet Tom Selleck.
No pun intended.
I bet Tom Selleck smells amazing.
A combination of like carnauba wax and the mustache, like body oil.
Well, and then he occasionally like smokes a cigar, and he probably smokes really good cigars. So,
Fingers.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
But he probably doesn't smell like that at all. But if I had to guess, well, it's just because I love Tom Selleck, so that's probably why.
I mean, he wore short shorts.
So do I.
You ever smell them?
My short shorts? No.
Yeah, Mike is right. Anyway,
let me ask you this question, Mike.
Yeah.
Do you do laundry?
Not my wife. Jeanette likes to do the laundry.
Yeah, sure she does.
No, she does.
Do laundry.
I hate
she's
doing
like,
laundry.
don't do the laundry. I'll do it. Yeah, I think she thinks I'll fuck it up, which is possible. But I started doing laundry when I was 11.
Now, does she think that you'll fuck it up, or does she think that you'll be in there smelling her underwear?
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
would that bother her if she caught you doing that? Is that like a problem?
Over his head.
You know what bothers her is when I put her bras on my head and go, "Look at my new hat." Yeah, exactly.
Is it because you stretch it out or because you look like an idiot?
I look like a pretty princess.
A pretty princess.
Pretty princess.
Oh boy.
Swan?
Wearing the mouth, bra on the head,
Yes.
Swan,
sniffing her
Yes.
fingers.
you got a smell for us. I'm sure you do. You look
Well,
like you want.
I mean, mine is a childhood smell also. So as we know, Swan grew up in
Oh
Detroit.
gosh,
We're
here
going
we
to start a
go.
story. I start a story like this.
That's what-
I started
Mike grew
over
up in New York.
like 70 times because he interrupts me. But so yeah, grew up in Detroit, lived in a tiny little house, lived upstairs in Detroit. It had 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom.
Hilarious.
Tiny little bathroom that didn't have a window. And my dad smokes like a chimney and smoked in the house. And every morning would get up and the bathroom was right outside my bedroom while he was smoking a cigarette in the bathroom, taking a shit, drinking coffee. So the smell of shit, coffee, and cigarette smoke all together makes me want to vomit. And I remember
How often does that happen that all those things
well,
combined?
it brings it back every time you see it. I used to have like a nurse aide that I worked with who smoked and drank coffee all night. And whenever I smelled his breath, I'm like, ugh, it makes me think of those moments. Or like when my grandma would drag me to church and the lady behind us that sat always in the same pew, and that's how they do it at church. They have to sit in their same spot.
It's called a
She
pew.
smelled like cigarettes and coffee
And shit?
and old lady piss. And then I was
Well,
like,
that's a totally different. I mean, I thought
It
you were
doesn't.
originally.
It doesn't bring back positive childhood memories.
no, it brings back memories of feeling like I was going to suffocate in that bathroom. It was
Yeah, but my
terrible.
question was, how often do you encounter cigarette smoke, coffee, and shit? That's
Well,
what you described.
I don't need to have all three.
or as I
can
like to
just
call
have-
it, the ghetto triad.
I can
The
have
unholy
one or
triumvirate.
two of them. Yeah. It could be shit and cigarettes or coffee and shit or coffee and cigarettes, and it all brings it back to that same memory.
My question is, let's order these in terms of probability.
Right.
Very common to smell somebody who smells like cigarettes. It's not as common as somebody who smells directly like shit.
No, but cigarettes and coffee are pretty common.
What about shit and coffee?
Well, I mean,
Shit and coffee?
maybe.
Well,
I mean,
coffee leaves
sometimes
a
you
shit.
take your morning coffee to take a shit. Yeah.
I think
Yes.
what we're trying to get at here, Swan, is the missing component seems to be shit. How
no.
often are you encountering?
I told you I don't
The
have to have
ghetto
all
triad.
three.
But you've described all three.
The triad.
Yeah.
When's the last time you encountered the full triad?
That's what we're asking. That's what we want to
Probably
know.
a good 20-something years
And
ago.
how did that occur exactly?
Sharing the bathroom with my father that smelled like cigarettes, coffee, and shit.
Okay, Swan,
But-
I'm going to do a quick age.
Okay,
check for you.
maybe 30
You
years
are
ago.
44 years
Okay.
old.
Oh,
So at 24, you were around your father when he smoked, and drank
yes,
coffee.
you just reminded me of another funny story.
Nope, stick with this one.
Wait.
Answer
No,
the question.
it's related to the same thing. I picked my dad up at the airport, and of course he's smoking. And I asked him not to smoke in my car, but he's still, smoking out
And
the
then he
window.
shat.
No, he had to shit, and he was like, "I'm clenching my cheeks the whole way home." He's like, "I need to shit so bad." So yeah, it was pretty funny.
But first, you had him stop for a coffee.
No, it just automatic.
Memories. You're like, hey, for old time's sake, Dad, here's a coffee.
Just bring me back to the ghetto triad. Yeah. Take me back. Take me back there.
Davison, can I ask you a question?
Probably.
What's up? Where are you from? What you
What's
doing?
up?
Like,
What's up?
this is my
What's
first
up?
time meeting you.
Hold on one second.
I sharted yesterday. It was awful.
It was awful.
We don't even need the sound clip. Just tell us what you did yesterday, Michael.
I sharted yesterday. It was awful. Stop calling me Michael. Oh my God, I hate it.
I full on shitted in public.
Oh,
Sharting's fine. It's the cleanup that's the problem for me. I don't mind having a shart once in a while.
hey,
You're not doing your laundry anyway, Mike.
Hey, Mike, if you want to trigger some nostalgia for Swan when you come visit us,
Just sit in my
Okay.
bathroom.
I'll give you a cigarette and some coffee before you go into the bathroom.
Deal.
Although it doesn't sound like a happy. Was that a happy
No,
memory?
it's just a memory that I told you it was not a happy memory. It was just a memory that I can.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know if it
Right.
was supposed to be happy either. I just knew it was memory.
No.
Mike, I live in Kalamazoo, Michigan. I lived here for 25 years.
Cool.
Nah, it's got its moments.
It's all right.
I moved here from, I grew up in Birch Run. It's up by Flint and Saginaw. That's also
I
not
have
funny.
no idea where that is.
It's in Michigan.
Near Frankenmuth, right?
Hello.
Yes, Frankenmuth is the Christmas city.
Christmas City, Mike.
Yeah, it's real weird.
Christmas
Michigan has
City?
Michigan has its own Christmas city. It's called Frankenmuth.
You just reminded me of a
Ooh.
smell story, actually.
Oh, here we go. Let's move
You know
over to
Zender's,
Davison.
the chicken restaurant?
Yes.
There was a young lass who I had an interest in high school. She went to another school, and this was before cell phones, so we had to communicate through a friend. And we'd exchange many letters as if we were in prison, like developing this romance. And then finally, we met in person at a football game, and she had come directly from work, where she was a server at
Zenders.
Zender's. And when we hugged for the first time, she smelled like a dirty grease fryer.
Oh no, not. How about fried chicken? That wasn't a good memory. Fried chicken.
No, it turned me off immediately, and everything stopped right then. And I lost love for chicken too. It killed
That
multiple birds with one
sucks.
stone.
Aw. Well,
It's
Incidentally-
my happy memory. Thanks for bringing it up.
That's
Yeah.
so sad.
Incidentally, that food sucks ass, in my opinion.
yeah,
I'm better off.
It doesn't live up to the hype anyway, that food there in
No.
Frankenmuth.
it's overpriced and it's not as good as you want it to be.
You ever go to that godforsaken Christmas store? What's Bronner's?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Of course.
Yep.
It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And you spend like $30 on a cheap ornament that you could have got here for way less, just because it has your name on it.
I don't know. It's terrifying.
It is.
Anyway, yeah, that's a good memory. Thanks for bringing up that painful memory, Swan.
I didn't bring it up. Mike did.
No, I didn't.
By the way, I whenever I go to here I am bashing on.
There's a
Frankenmuth.
train. There's a train in the background. Do you hear that?
Is it your
That's
train?
me. I live near the trains.
That's cool.
I like
Kinda
a good,
like-
I like
it's
a good
great.
train sound personally. I like to hear the trains. That's a sound podcast.
Yeah, you probably don't even hear it anymore, do you, Davison? You just tune it out.
I just kind of exist in the noise. It's
Yeah.
funny. I grew up next to the tracks as well, so yeah, I sleep right through it. I don't even notice it.
Which side?
The bad side of the tracks.
Which side of the tracks?
The worst side. Every side.
By the way, here I am bashing on Frankenmuth. That food is not good in that town. I lived in Germany for 2 years. Food is delicious where I was in Germany. I went to eat at Frankenmuth. I'm like, this food tastes like shit. I'm like, I can't believe these people are saying they're from Germany. I'm like, this is not what German food tastes like.
No. The Frankenmuth food tastes like that girl smelled.
Yeah. Blah. Anyway.
Well,
Well,
What do you
aren't
think
you
her-
glad you didn't taste that, girl?
What do you think her underwear smelled like?
See?
I taste a girl I like to.
Here's a good one. It's not a good one, actually. Oh, this one. It's going to be pretty easy. Ejaculate.
This is your memory of a smell.
Yes.
It's probably a bad memory for you. What?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bad one. And this is why.
It's
So-
that one time.
who's ejaculate?
Bad
Well-
touch.
Well, that's.
Bad touch.
Stop. Don't touch me there. That is my no-no square. No, it wasn't that. No. So ejaculate basically all smells the same, in my opinion.
No, it doesn't.
Metallic.
No, it
Smelled all of it?
It does not all the smell the same. Nope.
Okay, well, I think that mine always smells pretty consistently the same.
Okay,
But yeah,
maybe
that's
yours.
because of your pH.
Yeah, but okay, so here's the deal. So I was working at this facility, and at this particular facility, yeah, they did vasectomies. And so and I didn't have to do it often. I actually think I only probably did it twice, but both times I almost vomited because they're like, hey, can you check this sample to see if there's any viable sperm after this person had their vasectomy? Because, they bring it in a little bag and you check it under the microscope. This is back in the day when they actually let us check stuff under the microscope. And I almost freaking vomited all over the place because all I did was take out a little bit, put it on a slide, and I caught that whiff and literally almost threw up all over the place.
You would be a horrible gay man.
I'm sorry, I have let you down, Mike. But yes, apparently I would be a terrible. I don't think that's. I think that's probably already understood that I would be a terrible gay man. But no, I almost threw up right there in the facility, and I was like, okay, I don't see anything swimming. This person's fine. They're good to go. But I was like, please don't make me do that ever again. Find another clinician.
I can't
to
look.
do
He's
it.
fine. He's fine.
Find another
Now he has 6
clinician to
kids
do it.
thanks to you.
I didn't see anything swimming, but I almost vomited. And I'm pretty sure I only did it once. But it smelled okay. So it smelled I thought it smelled just like mine, but I almost lost it.
What does yours smell like, though, exactly? Is it like bleach? I hear a lot of people say it smells like bleach. Yours
No, I
specific.
think it just smells like
Yours
spunk.
specifically.
I think it just smells like spunk. I think that's what it all smells like. But I'm not a connoisseur of. I've only come in contact with, mine and the ones I've had to look at under the microscope.
But you have smelled all of them.
Well, it just wafts right up. Just wafting
Got a
right
good
up.
nose. Okay, Mike. I won't call you Michael right now. Being serious.
Yeah, stop
You-
calling him Michael.
Yeah.
That should be the name of your next comedy tour.
Don't call me
think-
Michael.
Call me Michael.
Mike, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you have any confidence in your ability if, say, Beevman and some other guy you know were to jack off into a sock and give it to you? Could you go in the bathroom and sniff it and tell you which one's which?
Hey, let's not be crude.
Yeah,
I can
most
get
likely.
sample cups.
Most likely.
Or whatever. Kleenex, I don't care.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you think so?
Dixie cups. We'll,
Okay,
we'll
so if-
label them blind smell test.
Okay, so let's do a challenge then. I don't know if we could convince Ron's to do it, but I'm pretty sure that we could convince Jumanji. And you could do it like, I don't want you to do the Pepsi challenge. You just need to smell them.
The cum challenge.
Yeah. So,
This is an
but
olfactory test only.
Does
You
he
don't
get
have...
like a control? Like he gets yours to smell first, and then he smells the other three that include yours
Other
also?
three? Where are we getting three?
Ron's, you,
Oh.
and Tremonde.
He doesn't even want to smell. He's like, I don't know. He's like, he's like, Ron's is just going to be dust anyway. He's going to know right away.
Go to any fast food restaurant with a $50 bill.
Tell Ron he has to drink it. See what he does.
Oh my
He'd be like,
goodness.
okay, shots. No.
No.
I was thinking you would smell everybody's armpits first and then see if you could.
Oh, that's gonna be your
Oh,
control.
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah,
good idea.
I like that.
He's like, yeah, I get 2 smells for one.
Yeah,
Armpit.
Mm.
I think you should do it. I want to come back on the show and I want to be witness to this.
Now, here's the question.
absurdity.
Now, I have no problem doing it. I'm like, I don't care. I'm sure, could we convince Jumanji to do that? Do you think Jumanji would do it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I don't know. He's a little
He's
tight.
he's kind of conservative, Jumanji.
I think
Yeah.
I think he would do
Kind of conservative. He could do it. Would he?
Would he?
That's
He
the
would
question.
do it for the podcast.
Would he though? I don't know.
Don't let
I'm
me
not
down, Jumanji.
sure.
Don't let me down.
We will ask him. I
Wait,
think
what's the
he's-
sales pitch? How would you even ask?
Jumanji, do this.
We have a challenge. We have a mic challenge.
Jumanji, 2 people are gonna jizz into a cup. We just want you to smell it. Just smell it.
No, you're smelling
You're
it.
smelling it.
You're smelling it. He's making
Guy,
it.
Do
You're
it.
the guy.
Ooh.
You're the guy.
He's like, oh, this gets better.
Ooh.
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 You're the connoisseur.
yeah, the connoisseur. That's a good one.
What?
Hey.
Ooh.
Pat that
So
one. You better
who's
pat that.
who's cum am I smelling?
And he
Jumanji's
wasn't
and who's
paying
else?
attention to this whole entire thing.
He had a whole
He's
different
like, and now I'm interested.
Now we're on the same page.
I thought I was gonna jizz.
Well, I mean,
No,
you
no,
can.
no.
Probably.
And then you can
probably
see-
would.
I mean, I guess if you want to do it in a cup also, but you're gonna know what your volume was.
No, we can take a little dropper
So,
of each.
oh my god! So what you're probably guessing is like, okay, each of you blindfold yourselves and attempt to jizz in a cup.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then hand it off. And then hand it off because then you won't know what the volume was.
Exactly. Yes.
That's not what I meant.
That you're not in, Davison. I thought you and I were like making sure this went down right.
I thought we had a whole plan put together.
We
Here's
have a
what I was
plan.
envisioning this whole time.
Yeah.
You could do it in stages. If find 3 or 4 guys, and if they're friends, they could put blindfolds on, jerk each other off, do it themselves.
Oh, good. I thought you said do it on stages.
On stage.
That's. I think I'll get kicked out of Kalamazoo.
That's Act 2 of Don't Call Me Michael. You're a
Ultimately, I
performance
saw your friends going into the bathroom one after the next, producing cum, coming to you, blindfolding you, having you smell their armpits, maybe licking their armpits because you might want to taste the jizz. You smell the jizz, you taste the jizz, you tell them who matches whose armpits.
I'm gonna still go with smell. I think the taste is kind of out. I think it.
Yeah, no, I'm good without the taste. I can only taste cum if it's deposited directly into my mouth.
He's not into that secondhand cum.
I'm not into cum that's tasted the air for a minute or so.
He has standards. Let's stick with his standards.
It's not gay if it's direct.
That's right.
No, it's still gay, but it's okay if it's direct.
Oh,
It's organic.
I think it's about
Organic,
that. I think it's about
yes.
that time because I need a break. Hey there, members of the Great Slaptail Nation. It's me, the Beeve Man, and I'm here to deliver you a message from beyond the stars about our sponsor for this episode, Swiss Navy. No matter who you love or how you love, Swiss Navy products set the bar for sexual enhancement. There's more glide, more comfort, and even products for longer lasting pleasure. Swiss Navy has a wide range of premium products to choose from for whatever amount fills your hole, if you know what I mean. My favorite product is Swiss Navy's silicone lube. Get it, use it, love it, and never be dry again. Once again, that's Swiss Navy at SwissNavy.com. And in your order comments, let them know the Slaptail Squad sent you. Swiss Navy, no matter who you love or how you love. Adios, mooch fuckos. Okay, I needed a breather because I was laughing so much. All right. The pleasant smells are way more fun than the terrible smells. And besides, some of the terrible smells we really can't describe. It's hard to describe. One of the is you.
Can I? So I just remembered when I was a social worker. There was this guy. That's not a brag. That's not a brag.
No.
Brag about. Look at me. No, just kidding. Go ahead.
So I worked in the HIV clinic, and there was this guy who he was homeless, or no, he was a meth. He did heroin, so he was on methadone, and he would come close to me, asking me a question about benefits, and he smelled so bad I would back up a couple of steps. So he would take a couple of steps towards me, and I'd back up again, and he'd move forward, and I'd back up, and I'd go, dude, you stink! Stop coming towards me! He got so pissed.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were.
That was a smell I did not like.
I thought you were going to say that you could tell he sucked dick for crack, and you're like, dude, you smell like.
Who
God.
hasn't really?
I mean, I haven't.
I haven't either. Oh wait!
But
raise your hand if you
crack?
had. Raise your hand if you had. Oh wait, that's you.
I thought you were going to say they smelled like coffee, cigarettes, and shit, and you're going to say, "Are you Swan's dad or what?"
Right?
That would be a great callback.
Maybe you did. I mean, it could have been my dad.
Saying magnetism happens. It wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the smells I was going to describe, I think only Swan would get because it's a terrible one. GI bleed.
Oh yeah, that's a bad one.
That was a tough one.
Mm.
Gastrointestinal bleed from both ends. Ooh, has a very, very distinct smell.
Like blood that has gone through the intestines and gut, and then either they're throwing it up or pooping it out is very bad smell.
Yeah.
You know what else is a bad smell?
What's a bad smell?
C. diff.
No, who's doing the pooping and puking?
Who's doing the pooping and puking? Patients. Yeah. We both are in the medical field. So
we're nurses. You can say we're nurses.
Yeah, we're nurses. So and used to work in the ER. So we would see that quite a lot.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a bad smell.
Well, can you compare it to something?
Death. Yeah. Like yeah.
It has
black blood.
It has a very metallic smell mixed with shit.
Like, I mean, have you ever smelled blood? Like, getting like a bloody nose or like having a large amount of blood.
I love the smell of blood.
But it's like spoiled blood that's not supposed to, because blood's not supposed to go through the intestinal tract. So yeah, it doesn't smell.
It's very bad.
Terrible.
So this is another not so happy smell memory.
Not
a happy smell. No. But no, you're right, Mike. C. diff smells terrible also. Yeah.
C. diff is a bad smell.
It's another smell that you can't describe, but when you smell it, you're like, oh, that's C. diff.
Uh-huh.
They changed the name, by the way. It's no longer Clostridium difficile. It's something else.
What is it called?
Like Clostrides or something like that.
Yeah, that's what happens. It's a medicinal shit smell. Like you take too many antibiotics and have a foul smelling poop that also has a hint of medicine involved in it.
Smells like infection.
Ugh.
And you can't control your shit.
No. Just shitting everywhere.
And it's seedy looking.
Yeah, seedy looking.
It's got a texture along with the smell. Yeah.
Tahini, dookie.
Yes.
Some sort of a texture to it. Yeah, it's not good. It's all bad.
It's bad.
It's reminding me of Big Trouble in Little China when Jack Burt was confused about all those potions and things going around. They were drinking black blood of the earth.
That's a great movie. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Pretty good one.
I really want them to do that in a theater around here. Like that would be so cool to go see. They did it somewhere locally. Like, of course, as you get older, everything seems like it was just not that long ago, but probably it was like 10, 15 years ago that they did in a theater somewhere around here. I think it was Grand Rapids. Any other happy smells?
What about sometimes there's smells that shouldn't be happy, but they had a weird connotation, so they make us happy? Like a happy memory where somebody farted, and now fart smells are like happy smells, even though it's not really.
I thought you were going to talk about like how the habit that my priest wore before he touched me, how I could smell that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, repressed memory. Oh, no, bad. No, that didn't happen.
Open the front and a bunch of fart smells came out? Or?
Yeah. No, they had this. I don't think I have any smells that were disgusting that were happy.
Well, apparently Davison's fart
Yeah, what
smells
you
are
must.
happy.
Yeah,
Do you
what
have
are you?
memories
What?
that go with that?
I mean, some people are into butt play.
So farts happen with that. I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Oh, Cleveland steamer action.
It's just like sometimes you wind up in a situation you didn't think you'd be in, and you have a certain connotation in mind of what something might strike you as, and you're happy to find that wasn't so gross after all. Mike,
Oh, you got to get more details. You're generalizing. We have more detail. You got to get more details. We are simple folk.
Yeah, we need
Simple
descriptions.
folk. We need more descriptions. Here's my question. Did it start off like this? And then did it end up like this?
God, man! I'm bleeding!
No.
No?
No.
Like, the short, not so detailed answer is
No.
No.
Okay.
The first part, yes. The little squeaky part, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's take a left turn. I was at a party one time. This is a dookie smell memory.
Thanks for the heads up. Thanks for the heads up.
I was with a couple of friends, and there were friends of friends at this party. We didn't like everybody there. We'd been imbibing. We did a mean party trick called the shit dollar.
Do
Anybody
tell.
familiar with the shit dollar?
No, we
No.
don't. All I know is an upper decker. So I don't know what a shit
Well,
dollar
this is in the same vicinity.
Okay.
So you can either go to the bathroom and shit in the top of somebody's tank, which is really diabolical, or
That's the upper decker.
that's where you poop in the top of somebody's tank and then it turns the water brown for weeks and months.
Yeah.
The shit dollar is where you take either a
Ew.
$1, a $5, a $10, or a $20 bill. You put a tiny amount of your shit in it and you fold it in half. You go to a busy part of the party and you put it on the floor and you wait to see who picks it up.
I love it.
It's called a shit dollar.
Mike's picking it up. I like it.
This is an old
awesome.
story.
And that made you happy, the smell of money and shit.
It made us happy watching the person pick it up and put it in their pocket, knowing that at some point in the next 5 to 20 hours they're going to reach in and find this thing, and hilarity would ensue.
And wonder whose shit was on it. I mean, yeah. Wonder how it. Yeah, that's all bad. Ooh,
I didn't say I was proud.
it was awesome. That's awesome. That's a great trick.
This kind of reminds me of this guy that I knew when I was in the Army. Rest in peace. He actually died in the overseas in the one of the many wars we like to participate in. Anyway, but his big thing was he liked to chub things. That was his term. I don't know where he got that term, but that was the term that he used. But if he wanted to chub something, that meant that he would grab something and he would rub his dick all over it.
Chub
And
it.
So yeah, he would chub it. And so you always had to wonder so you didn't like to leave things out because you were afraid that he was going to chub it.
Chub it.
But he would always, and where we were at, and this is how it was back in the old days, but where they lived was also where our offices were. So like the commander's office was there, the first sergeant's office was there, and all that other stuff. And so, of course, those guys lived there. And then when the day was over with and everybody left, he would go in there and grab the commander's coffee cup and he would chub the fuck out of it. And then he would put it back. And then, of course, the next day the commander would be walking around with his coffee cup, and he would be having his own personal joke, full well knowing that he dick rubbed the hell out of that coffee mug.
Yeah. That's a really gratifying feeling.
Yeah, his own private victory at all times. So now, if I ever decided I was going to chub something, it's in his memory. God rest his soul. Rest in peace, Chio. Chub master extraordinaire. So, Mike, when you come over, don't leave your cup.
I will do that
Don't
for
leave
you.
your cups laying around.
We have a special coffee mug just for you, buddy.
Just for you, pal.
He's like, he's gonna be smelling it.
This coffee mug smells dirty and delicious.
And delicious all at the same time.
Anyway,
How about Mike? So, Mike, you're not to touch a nerve or anything, but your mom passed away. Do you have any smells that you associate with your mom that trigger memories?
Yes, but I don't know
Okay.
what they are. Like I can't remember right now, but like when I smell them, they come up. And I know that's such a stupid answer.
Not really.
But
I mean, you probably just haven't figured it out yet. Like, I have two smells.
yeah.
Other than the one about my grandpa, I have two smells that remind me of like my dad and my other grandfather. Like and you don't smell these at all anymore, but like if I smell Old Spice or Aqua Velva, they remind me of my dad and my grandfather, my other grandfather. And of course, you don't smell those at all anymore.
no, my grandpa smelled like Old Spice.
Old Spice was my dad.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it was pretty common. And my grandpa would use like Aqua Velva and Old Spice. He'd like use Aqua Velva like after he shaved, and then he would put on some Old Spice too. So those are pretty common.
Brute was the other one.
Brute, yeah.
Brute. Brute you could light on fire. Brute was very flammable. Yeah,
Nice.
What is that hair gel that they used to use back in the day that like made their hair look? It had a greenish tint to it, like all the
pomade,
old,
some kind of pomade.
some kind of thing that had a distinct smell too.
Yeah,
I don't remember what it's
I don't know
called.
which it was. Yeah. Happy memories. Way better. Way much better. Much better.
Way
better.
better.
Much better than having to look at ejaculate under the microscope.
Yeah.
Funny story about looking stuff at under the microscope, though. You want to see people get really excited. Many years ago, when I first started doing my job, people would get really, and it's not a good thing, but we would get really excited when we would find trick on the microscope.
Because
So-
it
Find what?
swims.
So trichomoniasis, if you see that on the microscope, because they swim and you can see them swimming around, you're like, yes, I found it. But it's really gross because that person has trick and you have to treat them for trick, but you found it on the microscope. So people will get really excited when they found it. Because finding yeast is kind of boring. It's just kind of hyphy. It looks like a bunch of sticks and twigs growing and stuff like that. And bacterial vaginosis just is a clue cell, so it's a cell that like has granular tissue all over it. But when you find trick, it's actually swimming around with its little flagella. So
Did the sperm you looked at swim in circles?
no, they were already gone. There was no sperm. So that's what you're looking at. You're looking at as they continue to bring in a sample every, I don't know, was it every 3 weeks or every 2 weeks or something like that? So you're looking to make sure that they have no sperm when you look per high powered field, And there was none, but the smell still almost made me vomit.
What happens
Bad
if you
times.
put some in there?
If you have some in there, you just let them know that, hey, it's not safe yet for you to be having intercourse without wrapping your tool. Gotta be wrapping the tool. If you still
People still do that?
you got swimming. Do people still wrap their tool?
People need to be doing
I
You still wear
that.
freaking hope
condoms?
so. I don't.
Wow.
But I don't need to for two reasons. One, I've had a vasectomy. Two, I don't have sex.
Right?
There's three reasons. Three, the swan doesn't have any parts that can cause a pregnancy. Four, swan also doesn't have sex. So no reason. I mean, what am I going to do? Walk around with a condom all day? Just wearing it
Just for
just to say
fun?
I used one? No. No, absolutely not.
To keep your penis warm.
Get some little suspenders to hold it up, even if you're not erect. Like,
That's
And it would be
called,
adjustable.
that's called the cock sock, and I've already got that patent pending.
okay.
See, it expands and contracts using nanotechnology.
Oh.
Yes, it's
Nano.
technology.
Nano.
Very impressive.
I like that you're secure enough to use the word nano in relation to something about your penis.
Well, I am very open about the size of my penis. I do not care. It does not bother me. I'm not going to say that it's gigantic because it's not. I do not care. Who cares?
I'll tell you who cares.
No one cares.
People who can only have anal sex and who date a person with a giant dick. That's who.
Well, there's a two-way street there, my friend, because if your ass is too big and their penis is too small, that's compounding the issue.
This is a true story.
But if your penis is too big, that's worse, in my opinion. Sorry.
Yeah, but you could still have a big ass if their penis is too, because then it can reach its destination, its final destination.
Do you think that somebody with a big ass has a bigger asshole? Is that what you think?
No,
No,
I just
just-
mean that there's more of a
No.
space that you have to get to if you've got a small penis. You know what I'm
Parting of
saying?
the...
Right.
You guys spread the
exactly
cheeks.
right.
I got
So
you.
if you have a very small penis in combination with someone who has a very large ass, it's going to be it's going to be more difficult to reach that final destination.
You have to do a lot of intricate
A
backbending.
headstand,
Sure,
whatever.
This podcast is nothing if not informational.
I feel educated. I feel
We're
smarter.
providing a service. We're really not. You're never going to learn anything listening to this podcast.
Not true.
No, you don't think so, Mike?
Not
What did
true.
you learn today?
I learned the smell of some diseases.
Yes. So if it smells like that, stay away.
What your semen smells like.
I'm not sure you've learned that yet. We're going to do that independent test when you come. We just have to convince Shumachi. He's gonna be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Like, we just need a sample. You're like, for what?
He seems a little prudish.
We might have to do some convincing. You think so?
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, I think that we're about that time of the show that we could probably do our shout outs if you like. Of course, my movie pick this week it's not a movie pick. It's my TV pick. It's The Mandalorian, of course. It's going to be The Mandalorian every week until The Mandalorian's not on. Let me see here. Shout outs to JD Hutchins of the Monsters Lair. JD got a sick tattoo. I'm going to have to send you the picture, Mike. It's pretty dope. It's dope and sick. It's dope sick. I'll send it to you. It's very cool. Shout out to, that's pretty much it, because Skylar will not be doing too much streaming anymore. And that's
Really?
okay, because he's a little bored of it. That's okay.
Taking a little
He's
break.
taking a little break
Oh.
and doing other stuff. That's cool. That's cool. So that's pretty much it for me, the Beaver Man, Adios Muchfuckos. Everybody else can do their promotions, because I know Mike's got promotions, and probably Davison's got some. You got some promotions for us, Davison? Anything you want to promote? We'll let Davison go first. On the spot, Davison, promotions. Now, go. No, right now,
Cool.
go. No, go ahead.
I'm
No.
Shut up and let her talk.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
a not quite famous professional wrestler who's working on it. I've got a couple shows in April. In May, you can see me. I don't have the dates, but I'm in Indiana. I'm in Illinois. I'm in Ohio. I debuted in Cleveland finally. I've got a women's championship match in Detroit on May the 7th, and I may be
Ooh.
defending it in Battle Creek at Lethal Lucha on the 21st, which is where I met you guys, I believe.
Yeah.
What else? I recently got
You were robbed. You were robbed, my God. You should have won that match.
You
That
were
was
robbed.
bullshit.
It's always a
What
bunch of
it is.
bullshit.
Whatever. It's always bullshit.
Unprofessional bunch of fucking hacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can always give us that information too later, and we can show link it.
We'll do that. That'll
Well.
help. You can find me on all my social media, though. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on Twitter. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. All the stuff.
All
I'll
the
link it.
stuff. Davison Sarai. We'll post the link.
Correct.
What's this
Thank you.
wee shit? You don't do shit, Swan. You don't post anything.
I'm
Damn.
just cute.
Who's we?
I'm just the we. I'm part of the we. Part of the we.
Royal we.
Yeah.
And then, of course, our good buddy, funny man, don't call me Michael, Mike Cotayo. Your
Hey.
promotions, Mike, what do you got for us?
I will be in Kalamazoo, June 2nd to 5th. I'll be performing June 5th. Closer May, I will be in Colorado. I'm doing a couple of private gigs. Then I'm in Denver on the 19th, May 19th. I don't know where. I'll tell you all that. I'm doing a couple of shows in Jersey next week. I'm all over.
He's all over. He's all over like measles.
I'm all over.
Okay, well, we'll post the show links also that for your upcoming shows. It is pretty exciting, though, because Mike will be coming for what I consider the greatest Pride festival in the world in Kalamazoo. He'll be coming. We'll be having a booth there.
Oh, interesting.
Nice. Thank you to Swan for getting us a booth at Pride. And then, funny man, don't call me Michael. Mike Cotayo will be performing right that following Monday in Kalamazoo. We will be promoting the fuck out of that because we want to sell that show out, baby.
Is that a Shakespeare's by any chance?
Shakespeare's doesn't have it anymore. Apparently.
No, Shakespeare's closed down.
Oh,
I checked with them.
that sucks.
Yeah.
What is the name of that place?
It's going to be at the Crawl Space Comedy Theater,
Crawl Space,
downtown Kalamazoo.
You know, if we sell that one out, we could add a second night.
We could.
Do they have the ability to sell it out to do a second night?
Yeah.
Well, then we're gonna sell that bitch out. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, there you have it. Let me make sure I cue the music. I have the music queued up.
Wait, we have to say goodbye. You already said goodbye. You didn't even let us. Bye
I said
from
do
the
your thing.
Swan.
I said
Shut
do your
up.
thing.
You're ruining my goodbye.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Swan.
My
Hold on.
life.
Let me say sorry appropriately.
No, you're not going to.
Let me say that I'm
You're
sorry.
not going to.
Sorry that I am not as perfect, omnipotent,
Oh my God.
and unfallible as the great and holy Beaveman.
No.
Did you want to hear that again?
No,
I'm
we don't.
sorry
No one
that I
wants
am
to
not
hear
as
that.
Perfect,
Davison, you're making her vomit over
and
there.
Unfallible as the great and holy Beaveman.
Mike likes it.
No, he doesn't. He's not
You
Mikey.
like it, don't you?
He doesn't like it.
Can't believe this is what I did with my evening.
Sorry, buddy.
Mike loves me. He's one of my greatest fans. Right, Mike? You do, right?
I am
Yeah,
a
there you go.
fan,
So
yes.
there you have it. All right, go ahead and say your goodbyes then, Swan.
But I don't like that.
How about this one?
The great Beaveman knows everything, is holy, omnipotent, and unfallible.
No?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Okay. Well, then say your goodbyes then.
I'd
Bye.
full on shitted in public.
You're just gonna wave. That's it. That's silent goodbye. That's it.
Oh, the silent.
Bye. Oh, we did it in unison.
Aw, it's so
How cute is that?
Oh, boy.